channel. I am the rabbit. Look. I'm sitting here and I'm reviewing some stuff, and I said I'm going to go live about this. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I see Pika, SW, Nebulous. Who else do I see in the chat? Chico, thank you for being here. Rose with Thorns. Who else? Welcome, everybody. My mouth is still a little dry. I'm still getting a little bit better, so I might have to go on and off camera because I got to blow my nose. We're getting over this. We will get over this crap. We will. Hey, Perry, welcome. Thank you for being here. Um, M771 says, seeing Jada's personality disorder on display every time she's in front of a camera. Nah, she's got a lot of skeletons in her closet. She thinks she can talk her way around them. Listen, hey Tinkle Tits, welcome, welcome. Christy B, everybody, Sweet Jules, Clicker AK, thank you for being here. All right, everybody, SW Bo, everybody. All right, we about to get it together. We're about to get started, okay? Because let me show you guys something, okay? This clip is about 5 years old, and it's from Entertainment Tonight. If you search, I don't know, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, Scientology. This was when they were starting that Red Table Talk show or whatever, and they were clearing the rumors. And again, I don't know about you guys, like I could care less about what these two do in their bedroom and what they don't do. Quite honestly, I am so over Jada and Will Smith and their rendezvous and what they do and they don't do. And I just am. Like, I don't care. What bothers me is anything pertaining to crimes, right? So it's like if something's going on and it's criminal revolving anybody underage, then my ears perk up and I'm like, this shit has to get called out, right? Because we can't expect the Hollywood elites to do it, right? We can't expect them to call themselves out. Of course not. But 5 years ago, when Leah Remini wrote her book, Troublemaker, she had called out a couple people that were in Scientologists, right? Scientology. And I believe that Jada's name was made mention. So after that, I guess Leah went into Jada's show and they did the little red table talk and they clarified. They said, no, we're not Scientologists, whatever. I mean, this is where some of that clarity. We only give money and we build schools and, we might have read some Dianetics books here and there. We like to study religion, of course, here and there, here and there. And the rumors about their bedroom stuff has always come about. Like I said, I don't care about their bedroom. I really don't care. They can do whatever the hell they want to with consenting adults, right? Watch this.
So hold on, let's clear some rumors. Just to have it on record, just think historical rumors. We've never been Scientologists. We've never been swingers.
Never been swingers.
Never been swingers.
If people understood that that's a specific lifestyle.
That's a really specific slide. We've never been swingers.
Will and Jada shot down a few rumors today on Jada's.
We've never been Scientologists and we've never been swingers. Y'all remember that? And honestly, this is just my opinion. I honestly think, and to me, hearing Brother Bilal, even though he's not showing receipts, but he did call this out on the Tasha K interview. I just feel like personally is that Leah Remini wrote her book. She called some people out. She called what she felt like was, I got to call some people out, right? And this might have made Jada feel some type of way about it. And so, she said, I'm going to come out here and say I'm not a Scientologist. And I don't believe it. I don't, I respect the religion. I built schools for the religion, the cult. I'm okay with children being in there, auditing adults. It's okay. But I'm not a Scientologist. Right? Exactly. Thank you. They embrace Scientology. And L. Ron Hubbard studied technology for kids, but they were never real Scientologists. So where do they do that? Where do people do that? Like, I'd like to know who gives out money just to, I don't know. It's just weird. So that's one clip, right? Let's go over to Tasha K's interview. This was the interview that was about a month ago now. And then we're going to go over to Andy's premiere. So this is Brother Bilal, very close to the Smiths, right? And he's over here sharing secrets. Now, everything, of course, I'm not seeing any receipts. This is his testimony. This is what it is, you know. So you kind of have to figure out, well, what is true and what isn't true, right? Um, could he be upset about maybe money not being allocated correctly? I don't really know. Could be. Anything is possible, right? But I definitely don't think that this man would have any reason not to speak out. Maybe he probably would have spoken out had he not been paid or compensated, if that is the case, what he is compensated. But I always kind of side eye the person that wants to wait so many years to expose, because you're like, well, where the hell were you? Where were you all this time when you needed to expose, right? You sitting there eating your popcorn, watching the crimes happen. So let's start with the Tasha K part, okay? And if you just, I think it starts at the 1 minute and 1 second where he starts talking about Scientology, okay? And this is available on her main channel. Oh.
So I said, all right, give me the address, give me all the information. I Google it. Guess what she was trying to get me to come?
Where?
To a Scientology center.
Oh.
I said, okay, no, thank you. You can't even make these stories up. You can't even make these stories up. So Will and I end up getting.
So the Celebrity Center is called the Scientology Center.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
blue
but
building.
it's owned by the Church of Scientology.
Okay.
Which I have a whole chapter in the book about, because Jada went in on that as well as Will. And that was the sickest display of behavior I've ever saw.
Give me some examples.
So all right, so we get back, even though I didn't go to Scientology Center, Will would, have these little events at his house. But you have people from the church and Scientology there are trying to recruit people to get into Scientology. Then Will would give all these books to people. I believe the book was Dianetics or something like that.
Yeah.
And some different other ones.
I read that book when I was doing research years ago on Scientology.
Right.
Never was interested in it, but
right.
I've always been fascinated with
I did read the book. I did read
That's
the book.
That's some bullshit.
Yes,
though.
yeah. And if you read it, you'll be like, this is a cult.
They hook you up to a machine.
Oh, man.
They press clear and all your depression is gone.
But you got to pay for it. Now,
Yeah.
hey, Sister Tasha, listen, you can't leave the beautiful things out of situations.
You gotta pay.
You gotta put.
I think the machine was like $2,000 or something.
Listen, then you gotta pay for the courses, but I write. There's 2 chapters about that.
Okay.
Because they end up, opening up a school, and that I don't even want to unpack that. But just to know, that is how me and Will got back together. They were trying to recruit me into Scientology, and it just never that never played out.
Damn. Okay, so did Jada say anything to you? Like when she called, she just invited you and then
she just called me. It was crazy. She called me out of the blue and invited me to the Celebrity Center. But when you hear Celebrity Center, you're not thinking about Scientology. So I just happened to Google the address because I'm like, yo, are they trying to set me up? It's been
at least he wasn't using AOL for this one, because he did mention AOL on Andy's video. So I was like, well, why would she try to recruit him, right? I don't know. She says, Christina says, I don't know what to think about this. Some of this. You think that Sarah's like, the story is very plausible. I mean, if he was the assistant, right, and he's there, and or close friend or whatever it may be, the relationship to the Smiths, you just never know. You never know. A producer offered my friend a contract when he showed up with the addresses for the appointments. It was a Scientology office. So this is what I'm saying is like, is Scientology, that being the front, right? You can get jobs, movie star jobs, SW. You'll understand why I said AOL if we'll watch that other part where this AOL came from. but he's talking about being recruited. So to me, it's like I think about what Leah wrote, in her book and said, whatever she had exposed back then in 2017, she's very well in her, conclusion to say, yeah, maybe Will and Jada are somehow connected. Like, I would not want to assume that's like, okay, if your money's being allocated for buildings, okay, for anything like that, yeah, I would assume that you're somehow connected to the church. You're getting jobs to the church. For the longest time, for many, many years, I always thought Will Smith was a Scientologist, right? You said I need more. And some people have said that. Like, I will give you that. I do feel like there needs to be some receipts for the things that he's saying. But how do you, for something like this, as far as recruitment, text messages, I'm just thinking of different things that could have been available back then. Thank you, Sarah. Says, think of Scientology like an MLM. You get invited the same way you get invited to a Herbalife event. That's right. Come on over. We'll get your depression out. Let's hook you up to this e-meter thing. Right. Disgruntled or not, if a crime, thank you, was committed, a book should be the last thing on the list. Working with law enforcement. And that's the piece that I don't understand. Like, yeah, get your book. Don't that's not the determinant here. But if there is a crime that involves underage kids back then, whatever it may be, yeah, there needs to be more investigation to this. Just a thought.
Been about 3-4 months, so I'm just like, this is odd. And she know I don't really rock with her.
Yeah.
And she's made it perfectly clear that she don't like me.
Let's talk about that real quick. I mean, why, and I know you kind of touched on it a
Hold
little bit
on.
earlier. Why don't you and Jada fuck with each other? Like, what happened?
So here's the thing. Jada didn't want anybody who had street sense around Will that would give him the ability to look at their disturbed relationship.
Y'all see the Latin premiere with my man Big Will? You know what I mean? 8 months. Style. I'm 8 months vegan, getting this weight down. Yeah, letting it shine, baby. You see the glow? Yeah. You see the glow? We doing it. He got his nipples out.
Oh Lord. All right, hold up, y'all. It's just Holly weird. I mean, so I guess she's a controlling person in the relationship. Is that what Brother Bilal feels like the issue is at hand? That's why they don't get along. Uh, she's controlling. Is that what it is? I don't want you to expose him to something. I don't want you to be, maybe teaching him something that you shouldn't be teaching him. I'm just kind of curious. So that is Tasha K's interview. Y'all feel free to watch it. Feel free. Thank you, Team Brittany. I see you. If you guys got a membership from Team Brittany, put a heart in the chat, please, and thank you. Yeah, but what if they made crimes? Was that okay as long as you got paid? Thank you, Christina. I mean, why didn't you go to the police once? Like, once you knew about them? It was okay to be quiet. He wasn't signing any NDAs. He wasn't signing anything. Yes, ASAP. Jada does give a lot more domineering vibes. Feel free to watch the Tasha K interview. So then, I've been waiting for Andy's video to drop, right? So I saw part 1. And so then Andy also did with Popcorn Planet. You guys make sure you check out Andy. And I did credit Andy in the description box. Go check him out. Go subscribe. Matter of fact, let me drop his channel link in the chat. Hold up, y'all. Make sure you guys are subscribed over there. And check out Andy. Hold up.
It is.
Because it
It's
starts
so much of a dope thing. She went
right
out
at the 18-minute mark. He says a lot of stuff. And, of course, and I love how Andy's like trying to get him to like provide something, to say something, more concrete. And I feel like maybe this is where he actually starts opening up a little bit about what he has to say about Jada and whatnot. Not Jada Markle. Stop. Listen to what he has to say. It's the same stuff that he said at Tasha. Only here, I feel like he gives a little bit more of like, there's crimes here. that need to be exposed. And it starts right at the 18-minute mark, okay?
We were going to bring other people in that we would do it collectively. And these are celebrities, these are influencers, these are a lot of people that you're going to know that have done this together with Will and Jada. So Will is a hurt pup, not because she's being with other people, she's being with other people without Will being present, and that was their arrangement. But back to you, Andy. Yes, she has messed with other Jaden, other friends of Jaden. Also,
were they ever underage? Is that what we're talking about? Criminal?
Thank you, Andy. That's the $1 million question, because that's like you sat there, just like everybody else is sitting there and just allowing it to happen, right? Right? I heard Kevin Hart is suing Tasha K now.
Like I say, I just made a statement, and I'm gonna connect dots later, because what I don't want, I need to check to make sure with
okay, so you're not alluding, you don't know legally, we're not assuming that. We're not making
I don't know I don't know the age of consent in California. Some places 16, 17, I don't know.
Why are we getting caught up on that? Let me tell you, does that person look like a minor? I mean, for even to have that even be a topic of matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jaden's friends, they look younger. I cannot. Kevin's like, not connect the dots later. Brother Bilal, just say it, okay? Because some of this shit needs to be reported. Like, what are we doing? I cannot. Just say it. But allegedly, of course, allegedly, I don't know. Y'all go check out Andy. Let me know. Everybody in the comments, it was hilarious, because when I was watching this and I was reading the comments, and everybody was just not having it for Brother Bilal. They were just like, listen, spill it. Show some receipts. Tinkle Tits is in the chat. He can tell you. Show some receipts. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the chat.
So if it is 16, 17, then no. So I don't want to make a statement. One thing I don't want to do is make a statement, even though I hate Jada, I don't want to make a statement that
it's 18 in California.
Thank you, Andy.
Okay, so when I get back to you, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if those people were underage or not. But one thing
But they were Jaden's friends. I mean, I think a logical person would assume they were probably the same age, unless they were older, because they were, I don't know. They could have been older friends that hang out, you know. Let me know in the chat.
I do know is that even the ayahuasca that they're using is illegal in America, right? So Jada is so much of a dope fiend. She went out of the country to get those psychedelic drugs, and she brought the psychedelic drugs back. So my question is, again, that is criminal, right? How is she admitting all these criminal acts and nobody's doing anything?
Well, what is criminal? The drug use? The use of psychedelics? Telling my truth isn't the same as telling the truth. Thank you, Asa. Thank you. Telling my truth isn't the same as telling the truth. Whatever is criminal in between, that would be kind of nice to know, right? Like, what's the crime? What's the crime? Who did it? Who had happened? Who did it happen to? Thank you, Team Brittany, for gifting again. If you guys got a gift from Team Brittany, please put a heart in the chat. Sorry, I'm like trying to catch myself, because I'm also letting what Aesop put in the chat sink in a little bit, right? And the hypocrisy. Scientologists are supposed to be the anti-Western medicine. I don't know. Y'all think that someone like Tom Cruise doesn't use a little weed every once in a while, or a little psychedelics, and he just doesn't say anything because he's like in a hip, different level of OT or whatever that may be? Because what I see, at least with the celebrities, it's like rules for thee and not for me. Like, that's what seems to be the theme here, right? The subjective truth. Thank you. I believe it's some crime, right? Right? Something is going on. Kevin's like, I had some mushrooms last night. Oh my God, y'all. Y'all are too much. Beach Bum 11, thank you for becoming a member. Let me hit play.
Nobody's doing anything. So I'm gonna dive deeper into that. But one of the main things I want to say in leaving is when her and Will opened that school along with the Church of Scientology, that alone is my book right there, just about. And another guy named Charlie Mack the Rat, right?
That alone is what my book is about right there. And then Anon says Tom Cruise does not use any drugs. You don't think he does, though? I'm just wondering. Like, honestly, it just wouldn't surprise me if he did. He just doesn't say anything about it. Maybe experimented with some. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts. I think Tom Cruise uses Botox. Botox can be a drug, yes. Mm-hmm. Listen to what Leah Remini says about the required recruitments. That's why Bilal got a call from Jada. The church comes at you and Tom Cruise if you're not recruiting. Courtney, that's a good point too, because they were trying to, use him. You mean illicit? Thank you, love. I just don't know if I believe that though, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong, Kim's like, that's right, Brother Bilal. Sell your book. Sell your book. But Courtney makes a really good point. Listen to what Leah Remini says about the required recruitments. That's why Bilal got a call from Jada. The church comes at you and Tom Cruise too if you're not recruiting. It wasn't enough that they got a school, like they had to make sure they continued to recruit. Weren't they? Wasn't I remember when Leah was talking about how they were trying to recruit her co-host from Kings and Queens, and she was telling them he's Catholic. Like that stood out to me the most because he's Catholic. But like seriously, I don't know. You don't think he uses? He's uptight and a control freak. You said Tom Cruise had plastic surgery recently. He would not age very well. I don't know, man. You just never know. I think Tom Cruise is too far in. See, Sean B's like he's using drugs. He seems uh really uptight. I think he's just a control freak. That could be too. I don't know. That's just an opinion. I don't know. I don't know for a fact. Allegedly, my opinion.
Right, who's a federal informant, and he put Meek in jail and robbed Meek of millions of dollars. But so that's mainly what my book is about. But I don't want to go into that Scientology stuff and what
we've covered. It's dangerous. I understand why you'd be hesitant.
Brother Bilal, but you're writing a book on it. You just said that your book is mainly on the Scientology and the school and their connections. When 5 years ago they denied being anywhere near having anything to do with Scientology. So this is the part. It's like, is he going to expose them for actually being Scientologists and lying to everybody? Which really would that surprise anybody? Like this Will Smith, Jada, they've been lying and lying and lying for years and years and years about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't use Botox, they must have used the beautiful. Stop, Tinkle Tits. See, what are the crimes? They're talking about underage kids. You know? Is it? Okay, it says acid is the worst drug you could take in Scientology. It even disqualifies you from being in the Sea Org. Pot is also way up there. He doesn't use fillers, he uses filters. Kim Watts got some jokes today. You guys are too much. Listen, y'all gotta be serious in this chat. Be serious in this chat. Y'all are too much.
Right, and I live out the right. So people think I'm holding back, but my life is on the line. You see what happened at that Danny Masterson trial, right? These people Will and Jada opened up a school for Scientology and tried to hide the fact that the school was Scientology based, right?
I don't know about you guys, but I don't even think they even try to hide the fact. There's articles out there of the school being like Scientology based. I don't think they really tried that. There was, in my personal opinion, I don't feel like they tried to hide it. They tried to say that they weren't Scientologists. They did try to say that. Okay. And so then what I remember, and we could pull the ET clip out, because I remember when one of them, either Leah or Jada, reached out to each other. Leah had called Jada out for being a Scientologist in the book. And there was like some really weird emotions there about that. So I don't know. Okay, Gems. Thank you. And so why the book if it's his life on the line? That's the school that has been known for years. I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
I don't even want to get into it, because when those people come at me, it's a wrap. And that
We've
is
had a
why
lot of ex-Scientologists on the show, so when you're ready for that, I'd love to connect those
Yes.
dots and make that happen, because
Ooh.
I'm not afraid of Scientology anymore. What they do is just awful cult stuff, and I'd always heard they really weren't Scientologists, but that's not true. You saw Will and Jada practicing Scientology?
What, are you kidding me? Listen, I told the story of when I found Will and when I was on the set of All of Us, and I saw Will and Dwayne having anal sex in the dressing.
Oh,
right?
Jesus.
And Will came to me and said three things, Andy. Right? He said, number one is that you remember what happened to the transvestite, or I don't know what's the proper terminology.
Dwayne
who
Martin
was set to do these big interviews with Eddie Murphy. That person died mysteriously, right? Just Google it and look it up. What happened to the transvestite that was in the car with Eddie Murphy, that he solicited that person, I don't know if to say man, woman, I don't even know how, that trans person, oral sex. And that person died mysteriously. Then he also mentioned that you saw what happened to Aunt Viv when she started to talk about my antics on the show, right? Then his next thing was that he has very powerful people backing him. So Will made a song, I believe is You Hit My Bumper, but it's called You Hit My Bumper B, and I'm saying BITCH. And Will said he's never cursed on records. And when he told me all that, and I went home, and it wasn't even Google back then. I think I did AOL search, right?
AOL search. That's where that came from when I said AOL search. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Says they did some courses. They were just never real Scientologists. There is a difference, and some people embrace the study aspect of it. Okay. So do you feel like it says I've heard that from several people. So M71 and those that feel like, well, they were never real Scientologists. They just did the courses. Do y'all feel like then is Brother Bilal confused about what he's saying? Is that what it is? And let me do a little poll. You guys let me know in the chat. Or how about is Jada and Will Smith closeted Scientologists? Yes or no? Go vote, please. Go vote, please. Thank you. You think they're closeted Scientologists, just like the closeted? Oh Lord. He said bringing illegal drugs back in the country. That is what he's saying. That's what I think that's what they're saying. You guys make sure you vote. Because there's articles out there. Look, and like I said, I don't think that they ever really hid the fact that there's a school. I mean, this is the Daily Beast. This was back in 2020. Inside Will and Jada's Pickett Smith's Scientology School for Kids. That's out there. There's a lot. They've never really hit that. Former teachers and administrators at Smith's New Village Leadership Academy revealed to the Daily Beast that despite their public denials, it was a Scientology school. Okay, why deny it? Leah Remini, the ex-Scientologist turned whistleblower who alleged that Jada was a devoted practitioner of Scientology, a costly endeavor reaching its highest operating OT level can cost hundreds of thousands. I mean, there's a lot of publishings out there. Let's go to the Red Table Talk so y'all can see this. This is back when I think one of them had reached out to each other about it. Oh, is the audio breaking? Oh no, can you guys hear me? Let me know. Oh no, I sound like a robotic rabbit. Give me 1 minute. Let me come in and out, okay? Can you guys hear me now? Let me know. I came in and I came out. Hold up. I was about to show y'all. Not Scientology do not Xenu does not have me. Y'all need to stop. Ooh. That's better? Okay, thank you, Dree. Thank you. I don't want to be the robotic rabbit, all right? Scientology does not have me. Yes, it does break. Tell your flatmates to stop downloading. My flatmates, my roommates, the children of the corn, y'all need to stop downloading stuff. It's that Roblox. It's that Roblox. All right, I'm done. Okay, so this is back. Let me give this a date. This was back in November 2018. Okay, y'all listen to this. Okay.
I'm sorry that I didn't consider you because
Right.
I didn't.
Right.
I was so caught up in the. I don't want to cry. I was just caught up in that pain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And also the pain of others
Yeah.
and the effects that it had.
Jada Pinkett Smith and Leah Remini coming face to face on Jada's Facebook watch series Red Table Talk.
Leah reached out to me and she opened a space for healing between us. I embraced it. Yep. And so we decided to bring it to the table.
The sit down is years in the making. The actresses fell out when Leah publicly accused Jada of being a Scientologist after an appearance on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen.
Wow.
On which Jada made light of Leah's claims in her 2015 book Troublemaker about participating in a game of adult hide-and-go-seek at Tom Cruise's house.
Have you played hide-and-seek at Tom Cruise's house before?
Adult hide and go seek at Tom Cruise's house with children. And now, mind you, they don't see children as children. Is that what I'm hearing? So yeah, okay.
This is when our kids were really small.
Okay.
And Tom loved games. That was the whole point of Tom was just fun like that.
Yeah.
So I know she kind of made it seem kind of weird.
Right.
But it really wasn't. It was just a bunch of us goofing off with our kids and playing silly games.
Fair game is a policy in Scientology that calls for the utter destruction of a critic of Scientology.
Yeah, I might just do that. I might just reach out to him and ask him. Ask Aaron. He has an informed opinion. I don't know if Aaron has watched. Maybe I'll do that. I'm gonna ask him if he's watched Brother Bilal's video interview. If he's watched Tasha K's video and then this one. If he feels like there's more to this. And I was trying to go back and maybe he's already done a video on this and I need to go back and watch it. It just always amazes me though, because the way she's talking about it, like, okay. What if Jada is not so far into the cult that she doesn't realize that maybe playing with kids, they don't really see them as kids, and therefore it's kind of like it is whatever, like why Leah would interpret that as weird. Maybe that's part of the issue. It kind of made me wonder a little bit, you know? Leah can't do interviews right now with her lawsuits in the court. She's very selective. Well, Leah would never. Leah Remini. Yeah, I don't think she can do any interviews, and better that she doesn't. I mean, I love that I can hear all the stuff from different channels and stuff like that. They distance themselves because of the bad PR. Gotcha. I don't know, yo. Right. Don't they absolutely treat their kids as adults? Like they're not children? So it's just weird. The Smiths are opportunists. They took some teachings and tried to make it a go for it. They shady as AF, but not convinced of them being Scientology or in Scientology. They're too ego driven. I mean, could be. Could be. Hold up.
Got it. You get trained on how to do this. You
Right.
first deal with it with a laugh, like it's boring. And the second thing is to discredit
Right.
the facts. That's why I said then Jada's a Scientologist, because
Right.
there's no reason for Jada to be doing that other
Right.
than fair gaming me.
Just so you know, I wasn't fair gaming you on Andy Cohen. I wasn't
Right,
fair
but it was
gaming you.
textbook.
This talk was the
She says it was textbook. And also keep in mind that this is also, are those kids okay? Are they actually getting an education? Are they learning? Like, is it auditing adults? None of this, like, if she knew the extent to, especially the abuses, especially when you have someone like Serge or even Reese or all these people that speak out now, would you still be supporting a school that is Scientology focused?
first time Jada ever explained her involvement with the controversial church, which Leah, of course, left.
For years, it's been rumored that I was a Scientologist because I took some courses at the church and was interested in study tech, one of the organization's teaching methods. I also opened a school that used the study tech, which added to the speculation.
You saw me at the Scientology Center. I love religion because I grew up in the ethical society.
Yeah.
So my grandmother was like, you're going to learn all the religions and then you got to decide which one
Yeah.
you want to practice.
Love that.
So for me,
Yeah.
all religions have been my home.
Sure.
Which is why I didn't have a problem going to the Church of Scientology and saying, I'm not a Scientologist. I want to just be here and see what you have to offer.
Right.
Because that was my life.
Because of Jada's celebrity status, Leah says she got access to Scientology texts that most people would have to work years for and spend lots of money to get their hands on. But Jada made it clear she's never officially joined the church and supports Leah's search for Shelley Miscavige, the wife of Scientology leader David Miscavige, who has not been seen publicly in years.
Where is your friend?
Right.
Where is she?
Yeah.
And I had a lot of respect for the fact that you would not give up on that question.
Well, it's still not answered today.
Right.
Despite me hiring a lawyer and that lawyer through the Public Information Act trying to get information.
I don't know, y'all. What do you all think? So she just got it. I don't know. Hashtag the people have questions. I have questions. Now, with Brother Bilal saying that he's going to write a book and the first 2 chapters or some chapters in there is going to be dedicated into what this church is about, I'm kind of curious to know if Aaron has seen that. Would y'all be buying that book? Do y'all believe, like, what would they have to show receipts for that, right? Like, I don't know, yo. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Was Leah right in calling Jada out back when she wrote this book? I think so. I personally think that she was. I personally feel like they hide kind of under the shadows of various things, the Smiths do, and that they lie. They have lied all their celebrity life. Okay, and this isn't about who they sleep with, because I could give a shit about who they sleep with as long as it's not minors. I really don't care. I don't care. I'm just not into celebrities like that. I'm not. I'm not. But I feel like if you bought a school or purchased a building for a school, you'd have to know how deep, and are those kids okay? You know what I'm saying? Like the trafficking, the auditing of adults. Yeah, they're definitely so fake. So fake. My opinion. But you let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will see you guys in the next one. This was just it was a quick live, 40-minute live. But shout out to everybody for being in the chat. And correct me, is it Anon and M71? Anybody, is the celebrity building the white or the blue building? Why am I thinking it's blue? Because I think I know blue building, but it could be two. The celebrity center is the white building, or it's the white building, right? Let me know in the chat. Correct me. I need y'all to correct me because I'm not the expert. And if you know, please correct me in the chat. Blue is where they live. Okay, blue is where they live. So the white one is where the celebrities go. It's the white. Thank you, Hans. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Whether or not she was a Scientologist, she supported the cult by opening the school. Bingo. Yeah, what had happened there? You supported a cult by opening the school, and what had happened there? I don't think she could. I agree with you. I don't think that lady could tell the truth. I'm sorry. I know I'm 17. He's like, take some damn zinc, rabbit. I know. I promise you, I'm trying. I'm trying, and I'm getting there. I will. I'm getting there. I'm not getting any more fevers, so thank God. So I've sweated all the crap out, but I still have the stuff. Thank you, Anon. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Thank you. Celebrity Center's white. All right. And if there's anything that I get wrong, please correct me in the chat. I am not above a correction or anything. If anything, I look to learn more from it. I will see you guys on the next one. I gotta go, but you guys make sure you're hitting the like button. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.